Well, I was really surprised the other day at Hobby Lobby that they had Christmas stuff out. And I mean, obviously, we need to have Halloween stuff out, but Christmas? Come on, guys. This is Dollar Tree. I love going to the Dollar Trees and seeing what they have different times of year, what kind of decorations they might have, arts and craft materials, garden stuff, you whatever. So, as I went around the Dollar Tree, I saw that there was quite a bit of spooky, fun, silly stuff for Halloween. Um, I'm not really into the scary stuff for Halloween, more just silly and fun, educational, and what have you. I love decorations that are really, can be end of September, all of October, most of November, not having to swap them out. So if it's kind of like fall and not just Halloween. That's kind of what I tend to go for. I mean, I appreciate it all, of course. It's a lot of fun. But I like to, if I'm going to decorate with something, I want something I can put up for a couple of months at least. I thought there are quite a few things in here as I went around, ideas I'm going to be using and so forth. You'll have to click subscribe to see how I'm using some of these items. Um, some of them, of course, I've kind of got have this like tradition now of always checking the Dollar Trees for trays. So I'll look to see if there are round trays, if there are, large. The larger the better at this point because I have a lot of larger plants, and I'll use them as saucers under plants, which is awesome. I also use a lot of like the candles for prepping and things like that. All kinds of ideas here. I'm trying to kind of show around things that I see that are new that I haven't always seen. I'm getting that little tub to give myself my own little pedicures. The Bible, of course, I think it's good to have one, and if you have a bug out bag, things like that. All kinds of cool things in the toy section, of course. You can't really beat that for a buck, can you? $1.25. If you have, little girls and they like Barbies and things like that, the outfits are so expensive. Bubble mailers, expo markers, this is really the place to go. There's so many different things, and I was really surprised by things that have been restocked. The shelves look really full. Googly Eyes are amazing for the 100th day of school. When I think it was my one of my kids anyway, on their 100th day of kindergarten or 100th day of first grade, they had to have 100 items and they had a poster. We did Googly Eyes. It was hilarious. I love getting batteries from Dollar Tree. Now is the time to get some medical supplies like cough drops. There are a few makeup items even that are worth picking up. Some of it I don't like so much, but I tried their nail polish and it lasted longer than some of the nicer brands I bought before. Nothing fancy, guys. I just like slap some paint on my nails and I don't even color in the lines. I sure hope kids don't have to go back to wearing those masks. That was absolutely dreadful. Sensitive skin, Dove soap, love it, love it, love it. I was thinking about maybe some kind of black backsplash kind of thing with some of these. I don't have a pretty backsplash in my kitchen. um, Claw clips for my niece's hair. I'm looking at some gloves and hats and scarves. It is time to stock your backpacks for your kiddos. Stock your car, put it in your glove box. If your car breaks down the side of the road, you're going to be so thankful that you have a few items to keep you warm. I even like the ones that have little grips on them. Um, I'm not sure what my obsession is with those little small plastic baggies, but I like them a lot. It's always good to get a sewing kit. I love the clamps. Those clamps are great for like your cereal bags, chip bags, things that will get stuff. So as you can see, I did end up going to another Dollar Tree. I didn't have very much time, so I could see on the periphery that there's a lot more inventory. And a few days passed, and I saw another Dollar Tree. I did decide to stop again. Um, yeah, I'm so bad. So anyway, I saw these solar lights here, the little pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns, and I tested them out, and I did pull the tags, the little pull tabs off of them so I could test them and make sure they actually work, because a few times I got home, after buying like maybe 10 or so solar lights, and maybe one or two of them didn't work. All of these did work, and we're good to go. I thought, I'm going to put those out for Halloween a couple of weeks before, that way I get more trick-or-treaters. Here I did buy these little glow in the dark ones. I wish they were some more there were more than one package of the glow in the dark. Last year I had them in my prize bin at school, and they were really popular. I am a science teacher. I do teach um anatomy. So, there's a curricular connection. I don't put spooky stuff in my little prize bins, just because I respect church and the separation of church and state, and I don't want to push Halloween on anybody. Of course, and I'm a Christian as well. So I'm looking here. We have a terrarium at school, and I'm petitioning to the district to be able to have pets. But I thought it would be really funny to put that tarantula into the terrarium and see if the kids notice that it's in there even. So that will be a little placeholder until we can actually get a real pet. I was thinking maybe of getting hermit crabs or a frog or something, but we have to petition to the district to get an exception, because there is a rule against having classroom pets. Isn't that sad? One of my favorite memories as a kid, and well, actually in high school, was my science teacher had an iguana, which I really enjoyed. I'm looking over here. I do like to get things that are kind of like season ambiguous, so it's like not just one holiday, where you have things up and then you have to take it down, like, so I like something to be able to be up there for quite a while. Like, as I mentioned earlier, I saw these little gnomes. They're so cute. I was like, I haven't seen Halloween gnomes. I've actually seen Christmas gnomes before, and I thought those were pretty cute. Garden gnomes are more popular, obviously. I did like these little lanterns. I like how they fold all the way flat, and the light is included. So I thought that's worth $1.25. I think I got two. One of the purple that had like stars or something, maybe some bats. I like these little baggies for seeds. So I thought, if you're saving pumpkins or other squash, sunflower seeds, maybe even calendula seeds, those would be really cute for those larger type seeds. So I got some of those. And I got some prize pencils from my box and some prize pens. I always get some with patterns, some without patterns, some plain, some sparkly. Um, so there's a lot of choice in the bin, and I find that middle schoolers love that I have a prize bin. We play like Look It and Kahoot and those kinds of games in other classrooms. They don't get a prize, they just get bragging rights. But in my classroom, we actually have prizes. So I was like, are you guys too old for this? And they said, heck nah, we like prizes. So if you have your own children 11, 12, 13 years old, they still want to be little kids. Yes, they want to have the independence and act like they're older sometimes, maybe a little too older, but they do still like the same things they liked when they were little. So I like to have those prizes available for them. I did find, I was looking all over. I was like, do they have spider rings? Those are fun, and the ones I found have jewels. I didn't buy eyeballs this time, but one year I bought eyeballs. I still have them. I have buckets and like these fake brain molds, and one of we all had to these team games we had to do, and the students will use the salad tongs that look like skeleton hands, and they have to get the eyeballs from the tub to the brain or vice versa. It was ridiculous and hilarious at the same time. I loved it. It was so much fun. I also give my students like this activity where they have to solve for independent and dependent variables, and it's in the context of SpongeBob. I thought this will be so much fun to have a friendly competition. The kids can compete for the first 5 students in each class I have who get the whole thing done correctly can get a Krabby Patty. I thought that would be so cute. So definitely have those in there, or I might put them in my prize bin and have it for the day that we have those activities going on. So that kind of going with a theme, and Krabby Patties are adorable. So anyway, I went ahead and got those, and they were really popular last year when I did that, and I was happy that they had them in stock again. I always like to grab some of these, the little charm pops or dum dums. These had more in a package, so I went with those. Looking at this, I almost got them, but then I thought it's going to get rusty and the sticker's going to come off. But if you wanted to get those, you could put like Mod Podge on them or spray it with some kind of sealer or sealant so that it would stand up to the weather. I decided against it because I figured, I have a lot out there already. This is adorable. I loved Mr. Potato Head when I was a kid. And this is like Mr. Pumpkinhead. You have all these little eyeballs and different like bow ties and so forth. That's really cute. I decided not to get it, but I thought that is a really clever idea. And you could use other things to like makeshift your own Mr. Pumpkinhead. I like to get plastic plates and plastic trays to put underneath my plants. You can color coordinate if you have planters that are these colors. I'm sure, throughout the year they have different colors and so forth. I usually go for the clear just because it matches kind of everything. You want it to have a little bit of a lip to it so that it's not just a coaster, it's actually collecting some of the water that's draining out through the bottom of your containers. So like this one here, this one's clear, but it's not quite deep enough. I might use it if I had nothing else for a while. I liked this little wood thing here. I thought you could do St. Patrick's Day on one day and you could do Halloween on the other if you like cauldrons and that kind of stuff. But I don't do the witchy part of Halloween. Don't comment if you have a problem with that. I just really go for like it's just dressing up and it's like harvest time and enjoying, costumes and that kind of stuff. I don't go for the evil stuff of it. So, but if you do celebrate, using witches and that kind of stuff, you could do a cauldron on one side and then St. Patrick's Day, gold on the other side. I love these little containers. I thought this is a really good way of doing souvenirs because if you go to the beach or whatever, you can collect sand or seashells, and that makes a really neat souvenir. Very cheap, very frugal. So, you know, got some more fall stuff. And of course, I have to have some sparkly or plain pencils. If I'm going to have Halloween pencils or Christmas pencils or things like that, I have to have a variety. So it's not like I'm forcing a certain holiday on the kids. So I got some of these, and some kids still like My Little Pony and Care Bears and that kind of stuff. I just have a few of those. They're more expensive, gives many in a package. I was looking for Sharpies. I did find Sharpies at Hobby Lobby, so I wasn't too sad that I didn't find the black ones. The black ink lasts a lot longer if you're doing plant ID tags. I got some highlighters for my prize bin. My expo markers are not working very well, and they've made it really hard for us to access our class budget because everything has to be pre-approved and you have to submit all your receipts and all this kind of stuff. So it's so frustrating. If I just need a couple of expo markers instead of having to wait a month to do the whole process to get the markers, I just needed to get it now. So, and whenever I do the prize pencils, I always like to put erasers on there too. The kindness bingos I thought was a cute idea, but I figured we could probably make our own. I thought that would be pretty cute to have students come up with their own ideas of how to be kind and then print them out ourselves. But that would be really cute for for a younger classroom or even at home if you're trying to encourage good behaviors. These are pretty cute. Maybe this would be good for like Q-tips or something or cotton swabs. I don't know. I didn't buy it, but I thought that it was cute. And it has a little space where you can like kind of paint it with like the chalkboard paint. I love this mesh tubing, and one year I did buy it just for my junk drawer at school where the kids get stuff to make little contraptions. What do you use mesh tube for? I think it's really cool. If I had an idea for using it, I might buy some. I love the colorful glass. I think that's so pretty. And maybe it would be nice for a vase if you had like a single stem vase kind of thing. I don't do the fairy gardens, but I think they're cute for little kids. And maybe if you don't have a lot of space, maybe like a little succulent garden with the little fairy doodads. I think that's pretty cute. Seriously, you need to have a fan. Those little hand fans, I'm still getting too warm and my car does not have air conditioning, so I keep one of these in my purse You have to check them though because a lot of them are broken. I went through and I found one that I thought was the best and it wasn't broken, and it actually was broken. And unfortunately, that one I'm not going to just be able to glue it back. I bought some shoe glue and some of that glue 6000. The shoe glue I got from like I want to say Ross or Marshalls or something. I think it was Ross. And then I got the Glue 6000. I think that's what it's called from Hobby Lobby. So if it just comes on, like if it's not sticking to the fabric, I think you could use one of those to make it stick. But the one I brought home actually was like snapped in half. So I'm not gonna bring it back. It's not worth my time. But always check those items because they do come apart pretty easily, but they're very effective. They're worth $1.25. Even broken, I think they're kind of worth $1.25. I was like, you get too warm, it's uncomfortable. I always look for garden stuff, see if they still have things in stock. And and I often see craft items that I think are just so adorable, but aren't really age appropriate for my own children or my classroom. So I just kind of look and reminisce on the days that are too far, too fleeting. Um, but they do have so many choices here, and I will say Hobby Lobby has really good deals too. They often have it like might be a couple dollars, but they'll be like two or three kits like in the same package. So the prices I think are just as good at Hobby Lobby, except the thing is you're gonna get maybe like enough for a Sunday school or something. And it's a lot more stuff is like more fall themed. They have the Christmas stuff out. I really enjoyed going there the other day with a friend and bought a few Christmas items. I didn't do any video of the most recent trip to Hobby Lobby because I went just yesterday, because I went so much so recently and I did a video on that. So but maybe another time I'll do another Hobby Lobby trip. Anyway, so looking over here, so many cute things, lots of orange, purple, and black, which is obviously the colors for Halloween. I did get this one here because that is just spider webs, and I'm a science teacher, and of course we learn about arachnids and classification of organisms. I thought these were really cute sunflowers, but I didn't have a purpose for them, so I just like, hey, look at this. This is pretty. Uh, but what would you use these for? They're really cute. If I had a reason for them, I think I'd get them, but they're really cute. I have leaves I got last year. I didn't do anything with them really. I just kind of set them around, like on a table or on around a shelf or something. Um, I thought these are adorable. I did end up getting some of these wooden um, little ornaments because I wanted to do some kind of like crafty reward for kids who are meeting expectations, like saying here, if you give me a couple like prize tickets, then you can come in at lunch with a friend or maybe lunch by yourself, but then maybe a couple kids. I always do like a small group, because you just want to be um, careful and so forth and make it like a little small group. I'll have all these little choices, and I also have the wood burners. These kids can actually draw on them. I'll have like gloves for them so that they don't burn their hands. They are 12, 13 years old, so they're not little kids. But I thought this would be really cute because they could actually put messages and that kind of stuff on them. And a lot of kids sign up for my craft activities when we do reward days, so that would be fun. I didn't buy these, but I thought these are really cute. It's like the old fashioned pies, right? I was like, dude, I'm craving pies now. I love old trucks. I don't know. I think they're kind of fashionable all year long to me. Old trucks with pumpkins and harvest things in the back. Reminds me of back when I used to live in Germany. I lived across the street from a farm. My German teacher was actually a farmer. So I got to be in like a little harvest parade. Me and my little friend, we would throw candy off the truck at the little German children during the harvest parade. It was a lot of fun. I got a few of these. I got one for home and then a few for school because I have a lot of countertops. I thought that would be really cool if I'm dimming my lights. I could put like those little um, battery operated tea lights underneath them and it will cast a pattern shadow. So that will be fun. And we do talk about like skull anatomy because we do brain dissections in my curriculum. So I thought one of these for my class and one of them for my colleagues. And also I thought, the poetry, the raven, So I got two of those. I thought they were, I'm not really into skulls, but I thought these were really cute for some reason. It's like, we're beautiful on the outside and on the inside, you know. So I thought those were kind of nice. This was cool because you have to put the batteries in it. So I had to buy the batteries separately, but it does like those little, like the silhouette shapes or shadows on the ceiling. So that's pretty cute. And then I love the batteries. I know they're not like high quality, but they work those little types of battery operated devices and they're super, super cheap. You're not going to find batteries for cheaper than the Dollar Tree. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to buy one of these containers. I think I did, but I bought the bigger one because I figured with the larger size, I can use it like for laundry even. So I was like, I'll just get one of those. And I did buy some of these. We use them for, I know it sounds weird, but we do candle observations and they do work really well for holding a little birthday candle for the candle observation lab that we do. I liked the different scarves they had. They had so many to choose from. I think the last couple times I've gone to Dollar Trees, they've only had like one scarf, and they had like all these different choices. The cheapest place to buy socks is Dollar Tree, and I would say for women's socks and children's socks, I think they're really nice. They kind of fail in the men's department because I don't think those their socks are large enough. Um, but anyway, I saw these here, the little masks. I thought that would be really cute for part of a costume if you had a child who was really into dinosaurs or something. These are super cute. I did not bring them home because I don't have enough space. One of my aunts gave me a lot of like knickknack, like older type things that I think vintage items that are more special. So I would rather have those things out, but if I had the space, I would have probably got those. It is time to make sure you are stocked up on your soaps. Wash your hands. Don't be a dirty bird. All right, looking here, I did grab a couple bags of the butterscotch candy because those kids this week, I only had class for 3 days and they picked out every single butterscotch candy. Apparently, they don't mind old lady candy. So I had like peppermints and spearmint and butterscotch, and they cleared me out of all those butterscotch. We were saying goodbye to summer. It says hello, summer, but we were saying goodbye. And don't cancel me for buying some straws. My 9-year-old loves straws and I have all kinds of STEM ideas for using them. Like STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Add the A for art and you have STEAM. This is Olive Garden's Italian dressing. It is so good. And so I saw it there and I thought, you know what? It's only good for like 2 months apparently until it expires. But I thought this is gonna go. So I bought one of those so that we can have the Olive Garden at home. And I'm making spaghetti for dinner tonight. So that could be a good side dish. But do I have lettuce? I don't know. I did get some more sugar because ever since I started putting out the hummingbird feeders, I'm going through sugar like no tomorrow. And the hummingbirds, they actually like squeak at me if I don't refill it. So they are depending on me. I have to get those out before evening time. Every morning they come for a sip and every evening they come for a sip. And they will actually start squeaking at me like, "Hey lady, come give us some snacks." I like that Dollar Tree has all these name brand canned food. It used to be that it was cheaper to buy canned food in the grocery store. It is now no longer cheaper to buy canned food in the grocery store. I bought, oh, those little baggies came in handy this past weekend. A friend and I went to like Home Depot or Lowe's. We bought a bunch of bulbs. I bought some, she bought some, and we split them. So, we got more varieties that way, and I got a Sharpie marker out and we wrote down what the varieties were. So those baggies came in handy. Those baggies also could be used for making little puppets, and these paper plates could actually be used for making masks. Like I remember as a kid, you could punch a hole on each side, put a string through it, or some kind of ribbon or something, and you can make a mask. I decided to grab this little brush here for my nails. Call it a day. God bless you. I'll see you on the next video. Hit subscribe. Bye.